Shalom, everyone. The sages said that the Torah portion of Nitzavim would always be read before Rosh Hashanah. V'atem nitzavim hayom kulchem lifnei Hashem Elokeichem. And you are all standing before God today. All of you. And the Zohar says, what is this hayom? That is Rosh Hashanah. The sages said that we always read this parsha before Rosh Hashanah. It's a relatively short parsha, but it encompasses, in a sense, all of the themes of the book of Deuteronomy, and especially the cycle of exile and redemption. And it is like the main prophecy from Moshe Rabbeinu that takes into consideration all of Jewish history. And it says very clearly that after a long, hard, bitter exile, that we will return to God, and God will bring us from the four corners of the earth and will bring us back to Israel. And it says the following verse, "And Hashem will bring you to the land that your fathers possessed, and you shall possess it, and he will make it good for you and increase you more than even the fathers," even the promises that he made to the patriarchs and the matriarchs, that Eretz Yisrael would always be ours. Even after 2,000 years of exile, it is always the Holy Land, always the Jewish homeland. We know that there is great significance in numbers. This whole series of course is called Numerical Gems. How many verses in a Torah portion is important? How many words in a verse? How many letters in a verse? And also the placement, which is the, let's say, 8th portion of Bereshit, Genesis, has significance. What is the 50th portion of the whole Torah? All of these numbers have great significance. The great Talmid Chacham, the Vilna Gaon, handed down a tradition and was given over by his student, Rabbi Eliezer Rokeach, that where a verse is placed in the whole Torah will have also significance with historical events. And there was a tradition handed down about the verse that I just read, that it is the 57th and 5,708th verse in the Torah. 5,708th verse in the Torah. And it was handed down that this would have great significance in Jewish history. And it most certainly did, because right now, as I'm speaking, in the Jewish calendar, it's 5784. We are coming close to 5785. But in the Jewish year 5708, the state of Israel was reborn in 1948. 1948 is equivalent to 5,708 in the Jewish calendar, which corresponds with this verse, again, which it says, "And Hashem will bring you back to the land that he promised to the fathers, and you will possess it as they possessed it, and God will make it good, and it will be an increase even more than the fathers." So here we see another numerical gem where the placement of a verse corresponded to a critical date in Jewish history, 1948. And the whole parsha of Nitzavim, and really all throughout the whole book of Devarim, It gives over the same basic message that was carried on by all the great prophets of Israel. They all received the same idea that after a long, bitter, hard, crushing exile, God would bring us back from the four corners of the earth. The land would turn green again. The cities would be rebuilt. Sovereignty would return. And all of this in preparation for the Messianic era. It is all happening right now. All of the prophecies. We are living proof of these prophecies. And we're just waiting for the fulfillment of the climactic prophecy of Mashiach coming. May it be soon and in our days.